Good afternoon and welcome to this week's episode of Content Classroom. This is going to be the last one I record before we go on our first family holiday in 12 years. I am so ready. On top of that, my son's just been given a place as goalkeeper in the local under-7s football team, which I'm over the moon for him for, although I'm not quite sure as a family we're ready for all the commitment that goes with being football parents. But here we go. Right, this week's episode. I want to chat to you about personal brand because I see a lot of misconceptions about this. I see two sides to the story, okay? You have personal brand gurus who want you to believe that building a personal brand will be the only thing you ever need to do with your life. And if you do it, your businesses will all succeed and you'll be a rich billionaire within weeks. Yeah. The other side of things is the people who don't believe in personal brand at all because business is the most important thing. And personal branding is just for people who are narcissists who want to be famous. Yeah, no. Also no. So this is kind of brought about by a post I saw the other day where a guy who was quite an experienced guy, I don't have any problems with the guy whatsoever, but he's a fractional CMO and his entire post was, don't build personal brand, build your effing business. Right. I've got a lot of issues with that statement. Right, because that's simplifying something for clickbait, in my opinion, right? So don't be clickbaity with people. Both things are possible and both things are necessary. So absolutely need to concentrate on building your business. You need to have something you can sell to people. You need to understand whether you're reaching the right people, who your ideal audience are, what they want, whether your product helps them, your product market fit, all those amazing things that come with having a business. However, my point was, a personal brand isn't about being an influencer. It's not about being a celebrity and it's not about being famous. It is about people knowing what you stand for, who you are, what you believe, what you align with, what you're an expert at, and what you're not an expert at. And it's about people knowing what you stand for when you're not in the room. When you're not there, what do people think of you? That is your personal brand. You can have a personal brand with 100 followers and you can have it with 10,000 followers. It's not about being an influencer, not about being a creator. It's not about being famous and it's not about glorious vanity metrics. It is about people being aware of who you are and what you do. And when I talk to people about it, like a lot of people come to me and they've got like two businesses. I have two businesses. And often the businesses conflict with each other a little bit in that they're completely separate. They're in two separate industries, two separate sectors. They don't address the same audience. How, Paul, do I reconcile these two businesses and reach my ideal audiences for both? The truth is, if you talk about either one of those businesses primarily, then you're going to alienate the other business. You're going to alienate the other audience. But guess what? You have a target market audience for both businesses. Within that, you have an ideal client base that you'll identify as part of what you do, or you should have a good idea of who they are. But that is not your entire audience that you're going after. Your good fit clients sit within that ideal client base. They're a subsection of it. They're a little square of that who align with you as a person primarily. Or the people within your business, if you're more than one person. And it's important that you identify quickly people within that ideal audience that align with you and your team to be good fit customers. Now, guess what? There are people within your other business that sit in that same box. They're in your ideal fit and they align with you. The bit that's in common between these two businesses is that alignment with you, with your beliefs, your experience, your understanding, your challenges, your ethos, everything about you. They will start to follow you. If you talk, they will listen. Because they align with you. Some of them will become champions and fans. Some of them will become clients and some of them will just fade away because they actually don't align with the things they thought they did. So having a personal brand, which you engage and accelerate through things like video, I can't recommend that enough. Getting yourself onto video boosts your personal brand because it's you. There is no hiding behind the camera. There is no hiding behind words. There is no AI. It is you in the raw, in the form of you talking about the things that you love, you are passionate about, you're enthusiastic about. And that will shine through. It's worked for me for nearly 6 years now. And the beauty of a personal brand, and I can't stress this enough, one or more of your businesses will likely fold or be sold, right? That's the plan, right? You either want to get to a point where you realize the business is no good and you ditch it off and start another one, or hopefully you grow it to the point where you can sell it. It's not for everyone. Some of us, like me, just kind of want to run the business, and it's there for the long term. It's our passion, and it's what we want to do for a long time. But if you want to sell that business and start a new one, your personal brand is needed. If you want to start a new business because your other business went under, or you just decide to scrap it and start again, your personal brand is still there. It's the one thing that holds true between everything. It's the thing that gels all your work activities, your business, your full-time job, your part-time job, your hobbies, your side hustles together. It's what attracts people who will support and champion you. And it will always be yours. You are the common denominator in the middle of it all. I can't stress that enough. And I wish, if I could rewind time, the one thing that I wish I could have done is to have started building my personal brand when I was in corporate. I couldn't because I wasn't allowed to. And that's as true for a lot of people, right? But be thinking about how you can do that in clever ways without alienating the corporation that you work for. But your personal brand becomes very important. Not the success of your business, not the cost of success in your business. Your business has to come first. But people put off personal brand too much because they think the wrong things about it. They think it's narcissistic. They think it's about being famous. They don't want fame. They think it's about being on screen all the time. And it's not about that. It's about sharing who you are and people knowing who you are when you're not in the room. I hope that triggers some important conversations for people. But if you want to chat more about that, drop a line in the comments, wherever you can see this video. I'd love to chat with you about it. This isn't a sales pitch. I don't sell personal branding courses. I'm not a personal branding guru. But I believe heavily in business owners, founders, directors having their own personal brand. It's digital currency. See you next week.